Hey guys, so it's been a little while since I've done a video with Greta and I. This one, pretty epic if you ask me. We put some airbags on her, towed our 22-foot trailer for the first time ever. She did great. We did 2,400 miles. We picked up a really cool Dodge COE rescue truck. Along the way, we found out about a car show, went and attended that, met some pretty cool people, saw some really cool route rods. On the way home, catastrophic failure. 500 miles, one gear. Good thing we had high and low range in the transfer case and a brand new clutch. Hope y'all enjoy it. So Lance called, hooked the trailer up, got a short little trip to do, as in like 18 hours for this 1951 Dodge B4 rescue truck. Told me it had a little bit of weight to it. I don't see it. So you said it was originally a fire truck.
So it's ordered as a search and rescue truck for Danville, Virginia. And then it went to a neighboring community. After that, it went to a car dealership where it was for about 20 or so years. You can actually see the Swanson, still Swanson Motors.
Okay.
Still kind of in.
Yeah, I was curious what that was.
Yeah. So it's Swanson Motors, and you can look them up. They had two of these trucks. They had like a 47 and then this 51, and they were like delivering batteries for them. And then it went and sat in a collection in Elon for 20 some odd years, and then I got it out of another collection it sat in for close to 20-25 years, and now it's going to Lance. Here, I can grab those handles and open them if you want.
Oh no, that's fine. This one here is open, so they're pretty much all going to look like this.
Here, let me grab an extension cord and a battery, and let's hit that siren.
Oh,
Man, that
thing is all there. Good Lord. Federal sign and signal. He said this thing will jump out of your hand if you ain't holding it solid, and it's pretty loud. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, are you rolling?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That is really cool.
That'll be a good start to your video.
So it's done with that fan, with that blade inside.
Yeah, it's like
the blade and these, yeah, like a, well, I guess like a reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, reed blade. That is really cool. And Lance asked, it didn't come with that.
With what?
Exactly. I wouldn't do that to you, Lance.
I wasn't even here.
Even though that is really cool. You know how cool this would be on Greta? Cut back to your right. So she's a little crooked on the trailer. Got his truck pulled up there. We're going to get her straightened out. I think so. There you go. A little bit more. I think that's pretty good. Well, she's loaded. Let's strap it down. Strapped. Mark was telling us about a car show that Village Customs is putting on and asked me if I knew who they were. Sorry, but I had never heard of them. He showed me a picture, and I've actually seen one of his trucks. It's a crew cab military truck that's a rat rod, got a Cummins in it, compound turbos, lowered down, on airbags, of course. And mentioned that they were having a get together tonight and then a car show tomorrow, and said that I ought to stop by, at least, you know, show face and see what happened. We're gonna run over there and do that, check that out, and see how it goes. far so great. Left I guess about 3:30 this afternoon. It is now 3:30 in the morning, Sunday morning. Was trying to get as far west as possible. I have got a pretty bad grinding noise coming out of the transmission, and I think the transfer case is out of fluid because I tried shifting it into neutral to see if that might be my problem, and it's super hard to shift. The transmission's trying to hang up in 5th gear, so I feel like it's a combination of both. I stopped, I guess, about an hour ago and bought me some fluid, pulled the shifter off, put 3 quarts of fluid in it. It looked okay. You can look down inside the transmission, so actually got it, you know, a little over full, but it's puking fluid out of the transmission now, so I'm not real sure where it's coming from, but it does look like there's some leaking out of the bell housing, which means my bearing retainer, that front seal, looks like it might be leaking. So not good. I am, I think, roughly 100 miles from Memphis, which means I'm about 8 hours from home. So I'm gonna have to do some checking around tomorrow and see if I can't maybe limp this thing to a parts store and drain all the fluids out of both, fill them back up with the right fluids, and see if that will do anything. I kind of doubt it, but we'll just have to do what we can. If not, then I don't know, find somebody close that we can carry this thing to a shop or carry it to their house or whatever, and see if we can't pull the transmission out and figure out what's going on with it. I'll keep you updated. The trip was going great. Now, not so much. I'm gonna call it a night. We'll see y'all in the morning. Morning. It's like 10 till 6, so I probably got about an hour and a half of sleep. Not very comfortable, but I didn't bring a pillow or a blanket or anything because I didn't have any plans on sleeping in the car. Looked on the map, found there's a Love's a couple miles from here. So we're gonna try to limp this thing down there. I'm gonna show you. This is where we spent the night last night. There's the interstate right there. I found this, what I thought was a little parking area. Turns out it's actually a road. This thing goes on pretty good ways. Goes down beside the interstate. The problem is, I don't think I can get back up on the interstate. I wish I could, because I would just take this road and not get on the interstate. But I don't think it's gonna work. I looked on the map. It goes under the bridge, not over, whatever. I don't think I can get back on it. I'm still asleep. Stay tuned. You can see the scene of the crime last night. It looks like it's still dripping. Yep. So not fun. There ain't no fixing that other than replacing whatever it is. I kind of feel like it's in the transfer case, but when I push in on the clutch, it goes away. Golly. But now I have it in low range, creeping along here at maybe a half mile per hour. Right up against the guardrail. I think a bearing let loose or something. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be able to pull this hill. She's in bad shape. We have news. Let's go. Got nothing. Okay, let's try 4th. So 4th is direct drive. So it's definitely in the transmission. Awesome. Guess I can take off in low range and kick it into high range and just roll like 55 all the way home. Dude, we need to get home. I don't know what you want me to do. Your transmission is broke. Just give me high gear. Junk like me thing is, in fourth gear with a 488 gear, in low range, it'll run like 30 to 32. We're at 29, 31, 33. I want to run a little faster than that, 34. Every time I take this thing out and wheel it, I always end up with a front diff cover that leaks. Naturally, it's bone dry, so I try not to leave it in the four-wheel drive too long. I keep from burning up the pinion bearing like I did a while back. There's 4 high. Yep, 1 click forward, 2 high. What do you think?
She's rusty.
A little rusty, yeah.
Rust you, squad? Pretty cool, man.
It definitely draws attention.
Yeah. I knew it'd be rough, but a little rougher than I hoped.
Right.
Wow, I can't believe it still has the seat in it.
You see the cup holders up there?
Oh, yeah? Huh. You know, the floor, though, and all that's pretty good shape.
Yeah, so the front floor pan is a little rusted out where the pedals are.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I've got the high-tech door locks on it, so we can't get in it right now.
Now, did he give you this door?
Yes.
And I think this one was missing, maybe, or?
Well, so there's all of these, and there's another small door that was in here that I stuck up front.
But it's all just in flat spots, so.
Right. So we got a box of spare parts, and it's supposed to have all these latches and stuff in there. Also came with a really cool siren.
Oh, yeah?
And I just now remembered your spotlight is in Greta at home.
Did you have to break it out to work on that thing?
I thought I was going to have to, but
I guess it had dual wheels.
yeah, they're on the back.
It's cool, man. I mean, it's rough, but you're not going to find another one that you can compare it to. Little hit.
I had somebody asking me, was this like an ambulance? I'm like, it'd be hard pressed to put a gurney up there.
Yeah. It was like raining on you and stuff.
Yeah. Man, all these rails and all that are still in good shape. Which, I mean, all this I think is aluminum.
Right.
But yeah, all of that's there.
I know, because this would have been impossible to find. You'd have just had to make something.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just cool standing here because I'm like, somebody was back in the day. They were riding back here, you know, to go wherever they were. There's no telling what they had in here.
Right.
I love it, man. It's cool. They made use of every little spot.
That's
for, like,
right.
Storage and stuff.
Yeah, all the doors on the side, even up underneath the seat. Went all the way from side to side.
Yeah. I think those steps are up there that go here. I think that's what that is up top.
That may be what that is, yeah.
Does it roll down?
It does roll down.
Wow. Yeah.
Did you notice the Danville?
I seen it. I was trying to make out what it said.
So the story that we got, it was so originally a fire truck, rescue truck. Then it got sold to a company that delivered batteries, and that's what this Swanson Automotive or Swanson Motor Company or something like that.
I wonder when it was last used. It's been a minute.
He told me it's been roughly 40 years.
Yeah. You looked at the engine?
I have. While we were at the car show, there was some guys wanting to look at it. So I opened it up.
Cut your hand open?
About 7 times. But now there's the hood latch, and I'm a little worried. I didn't notice it before, but it was folding out.
Yeah.
So. A little locked up.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Hey, it's got a battery.
Yeah.
We'll see if it'll hold a charge.
Of course, the radiator's gone. I bet she'll run.
You know, I was looking down. It's got the spot on the crank for the hand crank.
Yeah. Yeah. It may be tucked around in here somewhere. Yeah, like I said, it's all flat stuff, you know, where it's rusted out. So.
Right.
I think this thing was like originally white when it was new, I think. He showed me a picture of it, but.
Is that the old picture that you sent me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smell of it. You can still smell the gas.
You can. And it doesn't actually smell like varnish.
Yeah.
Let me hit that door latch there.
Only handle on the truck, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that old Mack cab over you picked up. A lot of wood, at least in this door, but not as much everywhere else.
Right.
Ooh.
I think it's mostly the add-on that had all the wood in it.
That A-pillar looks a
Oh
little...
yeah, she's a little crusty there.
Man, this thing is huge though. I mean, tall.
Yeah.
So cool. Got plenty of leg room?
You know, actually, I mean, I'm folded up a little bit, but it, you know, for a little jaunt around town, it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
So they just cut the back of the cab off and welded that section
Oh, I
to
see
it.
it there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the way across.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of pride put in that. Was there?
No, they just chopped it up.
Well, does it roll at all, or?
It does roll.
Yeah. That's interesting where that's cut though. So it was just a cab over originally.
Yeah.
Just a cab over that they cut and then just.
Which they did all the body work on the outside.
Yeah. You can see there's just, yeah, plate metal right there where they spliced them.
Right. Looks like what they do. So they come all the way up. It's riveted across up here.
Seriously?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, if anything, maybe try to get the rest of this tire off.
Then just air up that tube.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not what it looks like.
Right.
Not near as much room up there, is there?
That's a little inconvenient.
Yeah. Looking real good.
So we finally made it back to big town of Bogota. I was hoping to make the whole trip with Greta, but unfortunately y'all saw that we had some major transmission issues. Luckily, I was closer on my route than what Lance's place was, so I stopped by, dropped the car off, hooked up the truck, and went ahead and brought it up here. So Lance, what's your first impression on it?
First off, in my opinion, you made it with Greta. To make it as far as you did, I mean, you get a trophy on that one for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no, she is a little rougher than I hoped for, but the coolness factor definitely exceeds all that and lets you look past it. So, I'd love to try to see if we could get this engine up and running, just to see if it does, you know, first.
Right.
If I can find some old wheels and tires to throw on it where we can actually drive it around, that would be cool. But looking at it, dreaming about it, man, it needs to be some kind of a rig, you know, as far as going out and picking stuff up out of the woods, like a work rig.
I think that would be really cool.
You can fit everything in it. I could just kind of use my other truck for a daily driver at that point, and this could just be the rig that keeps all the tools and gear in. And
yeah, you've got enough storage space and enough room to haul everybody.
Yeah.
Enough storage space, but tools and fluids and everything to do, you know, anything away from the shop. So.
Right. But I mean, at that point, switch out the frame, you know, I mean, looking at the wheelbase, it looks like it'd be really close to, you know, just a single cab dually possibly. And get the 12 valve in it. But you know me, I want to see it on the ground, but that don't really make sense for a work rig. But
Yeah. Some things you just got to leave alone if you're going to actually use them. So.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the plan. At least right now. See if we can get her up and running, and hopefully you guys will see that on our channel in the future. And this thing's so complete. I mean, I want to see it run again.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the main question on my trip. Everybody was, you know, what's the plan for it? What's going to happen with it?
Yeah.
And so I'm glad you give me a little bit of rundown on that.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the opportunity to go get it.
Thank you. We couldn't be doing some of this stuff without you, so I really appreciate you going after it. So
it's no problem. And you know, I met a lot of great folks and I saw a lot of cool cars just from picking this thing up.
Yeah.
and you know, getting to go to Village Customs and all that, it was an amazing trip.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to send you a few pictures.
Yeah.
So. Well, man, I appreciate it. I guess I'm gonna get back to the house and go back to work.
Sounds good. I'll give you a ring on the next thing.
Thank you.